Vanavan asks, do you like playing classical 60-plus minute games? I like playing classical chess. All right, good luck to my my fellow American, Zounds. 2177, so we got a strong opponent. I like playing classical chess, but only over the board. I would never in a million years play a 60-minute game online. I just wouldn't be able to keep my concentration. It just doesn't do it for me. That's all there is to it. Okay, my opponent plays like a delayed exchange variation. I can tell right off the bat that this game's going to be annoying as hell. No offense to my opponent, but this'll just get you out of playing the Ruy Lopez altogether. Having to face crap like this. All right, let's castle. So the nice thing about this is that queens are on the board. So maybe I can get some activity with my bishop pair. But I got this weakness here that I've got to respect, which might render my pieces just a wee bit passive. And of course, at a moment's notice, he can play knight c4 and win back the bishop pair. Like that's not something I can keep in the long term if my opponent wants to do that. I'm going to keep this pin on the board. Let's just see what he does here. I don't think I'm scared of g4. Just because, like, what's his prospects for castling on the queen side? Like, he's just got a hook that I can open up, and he's going for it. He's going for it. I really want to discourage him from even thinking about going queen side. So I'm just gonna, show him what's on my mind by playing a5. Really try to discourage him from going queen side. Because I got a tailor-made attack ready with... Wow. So, man. Now I almost want to provoke him to go queenside. I really want to provoke him into doing it. Let's play queen e7. Let's play a waiting move. Please castle to the queenside. I'll tear your head off. Come on, Zounds. Castle to the queen side is what everyone wants to see. An absolute bloodbath. Either way, I mean, I could of course screw this position up. I screw up plenty of good positions, but one way or another, one of us is getting our head torn off. Be playing gladiator chess. Okay, so he's got pressure on e5. Do I want to take on f3? Or do I just want to calmly play a move like rook fe8? Let's just play rook fe8. Keep everything nice and protected. I don't have a problem on e5, even if he pushes g4. I'm good to go. I've got this square defended 4 times. Chester Guy asks, what can I do before a tournament? Well, if what you're saying is like, what can I do to like cram for a tournament? Like I've got a tournament coming up this weekend, and what can I do to give myself a little boost, a little edge? Tactics. That's the best way to get yourself sharp for an upcoming tournament. That's for sure. And make sure that you're doing those tactics, Chester Guy, or anyone else is interested in listening. Especially preparing for an over-the-board tournament, you want to be doing those tactics over the board. Okay, you want to start acclimating yourself to playing and calculating 3-dimensionally and not 2-dimensionally. Oh, and he castles to the king side. Okay, that's kind of... That's pretty surprising. You know, I really thought with this big pawn advance, he was going to try to either keep his king in the middle or try to attack me. All right, so what to do here? This is the square that just is like calling out to me. That's just so attractive. To land a knight on f4. I'm thinking of playing the move f6 here. Now, I know you never want to touch your f-pawn, but it'll just liberate my pieces. It'll give my bishop kind of a safe square to bump back to, but it'll allow me to reroute this knight. Let's do it. As my daughter says, let's do it. I'm doing it, Dad. I'm doing it. If knight h4, I think I'm just going to keep my bishop where it is. Okay, let's start our maneuver. Incoming. So good luck with your Vanavan, good luck with your tournament though, man. All the best if you're playing OTB, and of course come back to the channel. I know you're a regular, but come back to the channel and let us know how you did. Maybe we can review some of your OTB games. That would be cool. All right. I love my position here. He's created so many dark square weaknesses, and his bishop is just on Neptune, just like not doing anything, just totally out of the game, totally inconsequential over on the other side of the board, not really influencing these key dark squares on his king side. And I got a knight about to hop in with tempo. Okay, Baratoxa says Laszlo Pogar's book is the one called Bring Up Genius. I'm going to check it out, man. Not only for my own chess education, for my daughter, but for all the other girls that I teach. You know, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we're talking about this topic because I'm about to teach at a school today, later today. It's a really nice school. And I just learned that, now I don't really have favorites, but okay, I'm going to go out and say that she's my favorite student. I just found out that she's not going to be in the club this semester. And it really bummed me out. Like, really bummed me out. Now, I know she might have other obligations and stuff, and maybe she'll come back, but it's like, so many of the boys returned. And she was one of the best players in the class, and she didn't come back. Like, why is that? You know, and I'm not talking about this from like a macro. How do we change chess? How do we do all these things? It's like, what could have done in this particular situation differently? Yeah, I'd love to know the answer to that. Okay. So I don't want to give up this bishop. He correctly got his bishop relevant in the game again. So I think I want to keep this bishop, this knight rather, on the board. I'm going to drop this knight back. And just try to coordinate a little bit better before maybe trying to activate this knight again. Like a king f7, rook h8. All right. So back to the subject at hand. And that is, how the hell do I win this game? Let's, now that the bishop has stepped off this diagonal, let's throw the knight in here. Let's just be annoying with this piece. We got an edge on the clock by some miracle. So this pawn's hanging. Not easy to defend. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to telegraph my all of my ideas just in case Downs is watching this. Yeah, I don't, Chester guy. I'm not hoping to get any bots in my stream, whether or not they artificially increase my followers or not. You know, I think ultimately Twitch is going to take them off, but I'm trying to grow this channel slowly and organically the right way. I want people here that are engaged, that want to be here, that want to learn. I'm really trying to foster a sense of community. Like, you know, I don't give a crap about just following for following's sake. You know, it's we're trying to do this the right way and do it for the long haul. So the other to that point too, like we're definitely going to eventually get some music in the stream and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out the right way to do this because I really, really, really don't want any copyright strikes or anything like that on my channel. All right, I got things pretty locked down on the king side, so I think now's the time that I try to maybe expand on the queen side. All right, and he tries to cause some problems there. Do I lock things up? Do I lock things up with b4? Or is that a mistake? Like if I just step off, where is this knight gonna go? I don't want the knight hanging there on c4. So I think I got to take a little time out here, force this knight to move, and then decide what I'm doing about b4 or not. He's trying to provoke b4. You know, that's just a classic provocation move. Okay, so he jumps the knight back, and now this knight has significantly less potential on this square than it did on c4. Because I got f5, I got d5 locked down. Okay. So do I look to open the file? I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to switch now. I'm going to switch to attack mode here. And play this really, really, really annoying looking move. Queen a2. Like, what the hell do you do about queen a2? All of your stuff's loose. Huh. Yeah, I really like my position. You're gonna do a speed run, Cheshire guy? All right, man. We'll see you around, of course. That looks a little risky, doesn't it? How about... Man, that looks really risky. I think I'm gonna step this way. Because I think the best coordination is for me to be able to get a rook here and then deliver a devastating check on g1. Let's do it. This also prevents, you know, a bishop from annoying me here. Yeah, and he's going all in. He knows I've got him in a world of hurt here. So we're going on the attack. We're switching from a positional squeeze to just, I want to tear your head off. Okay, how to continue here? not really sure where to bring this other rook. I mean, I absolutely have a winning position, but I just can't find the knockout below. Alright, I don't want to dawdle here. I gotta watch the f8 square. That's always something to keep in mind. Always gotta watch that. And he takes there, threatening some nasty stuff. What do I do about that? Is that a big deal? Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. It's really a big deal. Nice move by my opponent. Yeah, he opened the F-file very favorably for himself. Alright, let's come here. Let's try to, like, block the F-file and attack this knight here. You know, because his bishops lose too. Like, you know, so he's not. He's got a pretty loose position himself. Let's see how best to handle this. He took. Okay. So we're going to come in. Very double-edged position. I think this one's just gonna go either way. You know, I'd love to be able to bring a rook to the F-file, but I just can't do it. All right. I think that was pretty dangerous for him to do. Because I can check. Okay. And do I even have a move like this? Like, is this a move? I think it might be. That looks really annoying. You know, maybe just try to transition into an endgame where I'm just up the exchange. All right. So I got this. I got to watch F2. I definitely have to watch F2. Let's see. This is pretty captivating. I guess I'm okay here. I guess I can take. Like, my king just ducks here. On queen f7. Like, where do you go? Now you got a real problem on the back rank. I don't see a check for you. I don't see anything that you can do in this position now. I think white is just lost. And I'm just gonna slam a rook down on b1 and bring home the bacon. Yeah, I mean that's just too little, too late though, dude. You're mated. Queen f1, rook takes, f1 is mate. Boom! And we're up to 2100.